What's up, guys? I'm your host, Sean Gramer, and this is the Vikings.
Wait, that sounded really weird.
What's up, guys?
Let's go! You can't do that on Tyreek Hill.
And we decided to do the exact thing that we know we can't do against the Bears, which is run the ball.
Let's go! What? No!
For the win!
No! The Vikings finally beat Russell Wilson.
So in this episode, instead of doing what I actually plan on doing, which is making a video of my favorite moments, the best moments of this year, as like an end of year celebration, which I procrastinated on, and right now it's 11:23 p.m. and I can't do that in 37 minutes. I decided let's just watch my very first podcast, which I can admit is extremely cringy because I didn't know how to speak back then. I still don't know how to speak, but at least I'm getting better. So let's click into this and let's watch. Oh, I forgot to like it.
Well, I'm surprised.
Whoops, this is the wrong one.
But ever seen Griffin ever was. Now we're going. What's up, guys? Welcome to my first ever podcast, where I will talk mostly about.
Oh, by the way, if any of you are wondering why I have a poster that says "Run Eric Run," and you're thinking, wait, is your name actually Eric or something? No, my name's John Lewis Octavius Kramer. My brother's name was Eric, and I actually, when he moved out to college, I moved into his room, and he still had a lot of stuff on there, like all those pictures. Yeah, I'm not that good of a photographer. Those are all his stuff.
Yeah, that's some other stuff that I'm interested in too. So I'd like to start with the fact that this is something that I've thought about from time to time ever since we picked him up, and that is the fact that
I also didn't realize that I can't just talk with a normal voice when I do podcasts. I've learned that you actually have to talk louder so the microphone picks up a better quality audio. So
snail without holding it tightly.
yeah, but then Xavier Rhodes actually got decent when he went to the Colts, of course.
The divisional round in 2019, he allowed a touchdown to Kendrick Bourne, which I didn't think he was that bad, but I guess.
I didn't think it was that bad. The reason I say that is because I didn't know who Kendrick Bourne was. I thought he was pretty much like an Amon-Ra St. Brown or a Josh Reynolds, like some guy that like no one knows about other than the guys in their fan base. And I say those guys because they torched us both times. The Lions receivers, Amon-Ra St. Brown, John Reynolds, Josh Reynolds, some of the other guys.
He was awful that year. Of course, his prime, he started up on his prime in 2016, 2017.
Oh, yeah.
He was really good at top 3 cornerback in the game. 2018, he was okay. 2019, just.
I forgot how to pronounce prime at one point in the video. We meaning the Vikings. Yeah, I think people would know who you're talking about.
When we gave Daniel Carlson to the Raiders, he was actually a solid kicker. But that's a different topic.
Gosh, this was only 4 months ago, but I feel like my podcasts have just improved so much that I feel like while I'm watching this, I'm listening to like a 10-year-old version of myself. Like, it's only been 4 months, but yeah. It's like what I feel like is, like, sometimes I would look at some of my old Instagram pictures and see the cringy stuff I would post, or I took this one video on Instagram. I just filmed myself. I was playing tag actually inside our house. I was playing tag with my sister and one of our friends, and I pretended to like slip and fall as if people would think that's funny. Like, all they saw was my face. So I also did this like try not to laugh picture. I literally just took a picture of myself going and thought people would laugh at that. Like, that's like the stuff that you think is funny as a kid. Yeah. I feel like I'm reacting to such a younger version of myself in this video, because I I talk so awkwardly.
Say that when we signed Patrick Peterson, who's also a solid cornerback, because we had no cornerbacks last year. Our best cornerback was Cameron Dantzler, a rookie. All these are our top cornerbacks: Cameron Dantzler, Jeff Gladney, Harrison Hand, Chris Boyd. Those are
I wonder how much better our defense would have been last year if we still had Mike Hughes, which he wasn't that good after he had an injury in his rookie year, 2018. He had a great first game. He had a pick six against the 49ers, and then after that, he pretty much just fell off because he had a big injury problem. But I wonder, like, he and Mackenzie Alexander were like two cornerbacks that I kind of liked in like 2018 and 19 because they were like young corners who were somewhat reliable. I say somewhat because they weren't super reliable, but they could cover guys if you needed them to. I wonder how much better our passing defense would have been if we just had Mike Hughes that year. But who knows? He was
four cornerbacks last year.
probably no better than Bashad Breeland.
If I'm correct, let me quick fact check that. I'm pretty sure Chris Boyd was a rookie. No, never mind. He was selected in 2018. Oh yeah, right. He was on our team.
Gosh, why can't I just screen record my computer so that people could see what I'm looking up?
And of course, so I guess really all that Cameron Dantzler did in his first year was get two interceptions. His first against the Jaguars when he just leaned all the way over.
That looks so sus what I'm doing. Leaned all the way over. Like, that looked so sus. If you saw the video, you would know what I'm talking about. Like, if you saw the play, Cameron Dantzler actually did, like, what happened was, it was against the Jaguars. Tyler Eifert is going on his route, but then he stopped, and then Cameron Dantzler basically, he did lean over, but I don't want to make it look sus. He basically fell over Tyler Eifert and got an interception.
That he caught that. You won't see a normal good cornerback making a catch like that. I was shocked.
If they can read it properly, they can. If Cameron Dantzler could do that, Stephon Gilmore could do it. Or Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey. Yeah, Jalen Ramsey.
He got an interception, but that was really all he did that season. We didn't have any good cornerbacks. And after that year, when he got two interceptions, I was thinking, okay, we have a decent young cornerback, Cameron Dantzler. But I forgot to realize that's all he did was two interceptions. He didn't do anything all year long. And then also Jeff Gladney, I'm pretty sure I heard one day when I was coming back from
Jeff Gladney was not good.
that he actually allowed the best passer rating in coverage up until this was going into before
When targeted in coverage. Like when the ball was thrown to him, he allowed the highest passer rating. So it was something like that.
anyways. And yeah, Jeff Gladney was horrible. He was nowhere. Harrison Hand, all he did was get an interception against the Saints in week 16.
All he did was gain an interception. Yeah, most corners don't even do that. But
Was a hard game to watch.
yeah, I talk kind of quietly and talking about certain things in the video. When like it's not super important, but that I say it, but I want to say it. Wait, what?
Because we lost all hope because we couldn't stop the Saints from scoring because we had a horrible defense. Our defense was Harrison Smith. That's all.
The abrupt stop and then this 8-hour pause is so weird.
Was out for the season after he got injured. I think like during practice, maybe practice.
Yeah, okay, the choppy video, yes, it isn't choppy. What happened was, in DaVinci Resolve, at least on my computer, whenever I would add text over the video and I would play it over, it would be fine up until the text showed, and then over the text it would get really choppy. So I thought the video was choppy, but it wasn't, really.
Jaguars, or maybe like training camp, some kind of practice, and then after that he was out for the season. I was really hoping he'd be back after that because he was our only really good linebacker. He's known widely considered the best
No, widely considered. Yeah, just say he's the best coverage linebacker in the game, because everybody knows that. He's the best middle linebacker,
Wilson, who
anyway.
was surprisingly pretty good. He got 3 interceptions. That's more than most defensive.
I look like I'm reading a script the way I'm like, but I don't have scripts in my videos. The only kind of scripts that I have is when I'll do bullet points in Google Docs and read off of those. But I don't have a script for my videos.
In a single season.
But I just couldn't.
He was our third. I'm pretty sure he was our third linebacker. Pretty sure it was Eric Kendricks, Anthony.
Third linebacker, yeah. There are not a third linebacker because there are 3 linebackers. I feel like I'm whistling when I. There's 3 linebackers on the field at a lot of times, so there's no third linebacker. Basically, he was our like third best linebacker is a better way to say it, because a third linebacker, most teams will not have a third linebacker.
Eric Wilson. So yeah, that went on a long tangent. And then, so another thing, our preseason offense was so bad.
Yeah, because Kellen Mond doesn't know how to throw a football.
Was horrible. I'm pretty sure.
Which is why I'm really nervous for the Packers Vikings game. Well, yes, I know we're already not going to make the playoffs, but I still have like a slim hope that we do in some miracle of the heavens way. But yeah, Kellen Mond was so bad in the preseason. Yes, like if he can learn how to throw, that'll be great, because then we'll have a mobile quarterback. Because Kirk Cousins isn't that mobile. He runs from time to time, but
If I'm correct, our defense scored as many, if not like one more touchdown than our.
he scored as many touchdowns.
Of course, Mike Zimmer would like that because he loves defense and doesn't give a dang for offense. But if your offense can't even score 10 times as many touchdowns
Hold
as
up.
your defense can, that's
Oh, what the heck? Okay, this whole time I forgot that my screen hasn't been recording. This is really annoying. It happens so often when I will open a video. It'll decide to just stop recording. Let's see. Is that still going? It's still going. Okay. I like to run my videos in the background to get them to boost views
I'm pretty sure. Let's see.
on both my channels. I have one channel that's like for posting videos, TV with John Gramer, and then one that I just watch videos on, which is just John Gramer.
This is the preseason, but I still think it's funny that our defense scored more touchdowns than the offense did.
Yeah, it didn't score more touchdowns.
So let me check the score of that game. Okay, we lost 12-10. We only scored 1 touchdown, which was of course the Troy Dye touchdown. Which after this preseason, I'm like, is Troy Dye like our next Eric Wilson, like the next linebacker that no one knows?
Fun fact: when I started playing Madden Ultimate Team a little before, maybe a week, maybe a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving of this year, when I got Madden 21. I got Madden 21, not Madden 20, because it's a lot cheaper. And I can't remember if I got him with the base team that I got or I earned him eventually. But Troy Dye was actually one of the first linebackers that I got. And I wanted to hold on to him for so long because I was like, no, but he's a Vikings linebacker. And he got an interception. I can't let him go. But he was like a 68 overall or something.
A lot of Vikings
This shit,
fans
fun fact.
suddenly he's kind of good, which I doubt is the case because this is still the preseason.
Yeah, he didn't even play during the regular season. In fact, Nick Vigil actually like kind of took that place of getting an interception. He got a pick 6 against the Cardinals to open up the second half, I think.
Of course, after we were down by a lot, I was like, why watch this anymore?
That's actually where I learned to not take preseason football seriously. Before that, I'd watch games. I'd be like so hoping that we actually win the game, but like it doesn't really matter. It's the preseason. Why did I care so much? You also like are trash, so.
Not worth it. And just let me see our score.
Oh yeah, just to remind you, I just remembered.
field goals.
So this video is 15 minutes. My entire first podcast took a little over 27 minutes. I had to cut it in two because what I read was you have to be verified to make a video more than 15 minutes long, but you have to have like a verified account, and I didn't verify my account at the time until way later. So I could have just had one 27-minute video, so we're actually going to just watch two
And then,
videos.
let's see.
But I don't expect you to stay the whole time. But
Then our game in the
yeah,
game against the Chiefs.
this is probably going to be like 30
We
minutes.
scored one defensive touchdown. I'm not sure about the offensive touchdowns though.
By the way, props to anyone who actually sat and watched any time frame of any of my earliest videos, because as you can see, I do not know how to talk. Wait, it stopped recording again. Oh my gosh. Holy freaking smokes. Why can't Xbox Game Boy just record when I open a video? How hard is it to do that?
The defense scored as many touchdowns as the offense, which is already shocking. Like you need to have either an insanely good scoring defense or a horrible score. Oh wow, darn! So never mind. So actually, I just saw this video of our second running back, Rose Jr., who that was the first touchdown we scored. So yeah, we did.
Second running back. Yeah, I didn't explain that well. I think he was like our second like sort of preseason starter, like backup halfback. We have Dalvin Cook, Alexander Madison, and then I don't know if we would have had Kenan Nwangwu as our number one. I'm pretty sure. I think his name's C.J. Rose Jr. I could be totally wrong on that. C.J. Rose. I can't remember if he was actually a junior or not, but what I meant to say is like he was like the second string preseason running back.
Even between the offense and defense. But still, if anything, all the touchdowns should have gone to the offense because offense is
Yeah, but if you get
scores, defense is the side that stops you from scoring. Maybe every once in a while they get a score, but the fact that our defense
yeah, but I mean one defensive touchdown isn't super surprising. A 3-to-1 ratio isn't like for 4 total touchdowns. That 3-to-1 ratio isn't surprising.
Everson, I was really happy when I heard that we also signed Everson Griffin.
We signed Everson Griffin, then we cut him, then we brought him back. We signed him again for some reason. It was weird. Like, yeah, we like you, so we're gonna sign you. But we also don't like you, so we're gonna cut you. But we also like you, so we're gonna sign you. We don't know whether we like you or not, or whether we want to own you.
I'm pretty sure Jared Allen left in like 2013 or something. Yeah, I forgot he is curly now. That's funny.
He is curling, not curly. He's like the profession. He's a professional curler, like
He went to the Bears in 2014, and then
the Winter Olympic sport.
Really good until like maybe like 2015, 16, 17, somewhere in there. He was really good in 2017. That was easily his best year ever when he got 13 and a half sacks and led the league in sacks for most of the season until like the very.
Everson Griffin was actually like kind of insane. I didn't know. In like 2014, I think it was, he had 14 sacks that year. He had 14 or maybe 12. I think he might have had more sacks that year than he did in 2017, surprisingly.
Just real quick, want to check. I'm not exactly sure who led the league in sacks that year.
It was Calais Campbell. You know that. Or was it Chandler Jones? No, it wasn't Chandler Jones. Some kind of random guys actually led the league in sacks that year.
I know Everson Griffin got one sack in every single game until the game before the when we played against the Browns. Like, the game before then, he didn't get any sacks, but then he got 2 sacks against the Browns to redeem himself. So, let's see. This is sacks. Who led the league in sacks that year? Chandler Jones did. Oh my gosh. Everson Griffin was number 6. Chandler Jones led the league with 17 sacks.
Oh,
DeMarcus
Chandler
Lawrence
Jones. Never
and
mind.
Calais Campbell tied 14 and a half. I didn't
Oh.
know DeMarcus Lawrence was that good that year. I didn't even know about DeMarcus Lawrence until like the year after that, and I didn't know he was actually really good until just a couple years ago.
It was actually the same with Cameron Jordan. I didn't know about either of them until like 2018. But when I actually heard about them, I was like, yeah, they're pretty good, I guess. And then I see their stats and realize, okay, yeah, they're actually the best defensive ends in the NFL. Not literally, they're one of the best.
But I'm surprised Ryan
They're two of the
Kerrigan
best.
and
This is so soft.
wait, Everson Griffin only got 13. I thought I remember Everson Griffin getting 13 and a half. Never mind. I guess he's tied for third. That's not as bad. Okay, I thought he was like second. I thought he was like third or fourth. I was sure he wasn't second, but yeah.
If I don't look interested in the video, that's because I'm kind of not. I've actually just been playing with this wind screen
Also,
that I have with my toner mic.
gosh, seeing Everson Griffin wearing number 58 was so weird since he always wore 97 with us. Seeing him wearing number 50, like, that's a linebacker number.
Number 50?
50, like, that's a linebacker.
He wore number 58, not number 50.
Defensive linemen rarely wear numbers in the 50s. I don't even know if that's one of the available number slots. I know it's like 60s, maybe 70s, 90s I know, maybe 70s. I don't think so.
If it wasn't one of the available number slots, then how does he wear that number?
Gosh, Everson Griffin did not. Why did I say Jared Allen? Everson Griffin did not fit with number 58. And then it was nice that Michael Pierce let him wear number 97 because of course Michael Pierce is a pales.
I was gonna say is a fraction of what Everson Griffin was or is, and then it came out as pales in comparison, which he does not pale in comparison. Michael Pierce is also a decent defensive lineman. Everson Griffin was just better. 1 minute left in this video, finally. I do not like watching my 15 and 4-month-year-old self talk.
Let's see, I think it was 2018 and 19 maybe is what Everson Griffin was. Let's see, Dania Hunter. Not sure how many
Danielle Hunter was a Greek god from 2018 and 19.
got 14 and a half sacks. 20. Oh, dang, so that's what they went by.
Wait, 14 and a half?
Reading somewhere.
Hold up, I'm gonna look this up real quick.
Had an off year in 2017.
Nope, you are not finished recording.
He had only 7 sacks, which is still a lot. He started in 2015. He was already really good. 6 sacks, and then 12 and a half sacks in 2016. What's up, guys? This is the Vikings next with John Kramer. I'm John Kramer, and in this video, we're just gonna look at some.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, let's just skim it.
Wait, what the? Whoops, that's the wrong video. That is the wrong video. I was hoping it would be my part 2. Why didn't it show my part 2?
Well, I'm surprised.
That's better.
How good Everson Griffin ever was.
Oh, 14 and a half. Okay.
2017 was his best year, but it might not have been. He got 13 sacks in 2017.
So he did get 14 and a half. I thought he only got 14.
In 2014. I didn't know he was actually came out of the gate so quickly. I guess he actually was a rest pass rusher that early on.
Good thing this is only 12 and a half minutes long. I do not want to go through too much more of my not knowing how to speak self. Gosh, when you talk so quietly that I've heard like I think it's that mics when they can't detect any talking, they think they should, so like they turn up their sensitivity automatically to hear more, and that's why I sound so fuzzy with my camera mic. I used to film on this mic, but then I think at one point I decided I wanted to try to connect. I wanted to maybe actually start filming on my old phone and connect this to an external mic. And then this is a bunch of random stuff you don't need to hear. That's why it's so fuzzy. Oh, this is where I said I didn't know how to pronounce prime. Wait.
Didn't get good until 2012, but
His prime.
when he got 12 sacks.
His prime. His prime.
And then his prime, his like prime, his prime ended in 2017, 2018.
Yeah, I will.
2018,
Eventually.
2019, he was
Yeah, I know.
good. He got an interception that year. I didn't know that. And in 2012 for 29 yards and a touchdown. That's shocking. I know he was still pretty good in 2019. I know he did get like
Freaking
the big
close the my dang door.
against the Saints in that wild card round in 2019.
I literally remind him to shut my door when he leaves, and
In the game, but so he got 6 total sacks last year. I didn't even know he was
set a 10-minute timer.
10 minutes. Counting.
I didn't realize Adrian Pearson and Everson Griffin actually played with each other early on in 2020. He started with the Lions, and he went to the Cowboys. And of course, Adrian Pearson was with the Lions all that year. That's cool to think that.
Oh.
Former teammates.
Basically making my funny one go off. I don't know why I'm doing that so much.
Always cool to know. So, I remember I heard.
By the way, since it's New Year's Eve, and I won't be able to finish this video in time unless actually whatever. I'm gonna change it to. I'm gonna change it to 1.25 speed just so I can finish this video in time to go downstairs and actually watch the ball drop.
On sports radio recently about Kellen Mond and Zach Browning, if I'm correct. I'm not exactly sure what his last name is.
Pretty sure it's Jake Browning actually.
Browning. Where did I get Zach from? Where in the world did I get Zach from? So yeah, I heard someone say neither Jake Browning nor Kellen Mond, who's supposed to be, the main backup quarterback, were either ready to have a starting job. Yeah, both of them, neither of them have played very well this preseason. I know Kellen Mond had a bad game in our game against the Broncos. He was 6 for 16. That's less than 40%, which is awful. That's even a bad field goal percentage in basketball, which is crazy. Like in football, anything below 60% is bad. In basketball, anything below 40% is bad, and that's how bad. That's what Kellen Mond did.
If you're below 60%, you're bad. Below 55% is trash.
It might have been actually the night of the
Joe Namath.
The last day of the draft. I saw this video talking about some of Kellen Mond's. I think it was some of his strengths and some of his weaknesses. And I guess his weaknesses must have shown. I can't remember really any of the stuff that got the host.
The host.
That he was bad at, but I guess has his weaknesses, really did show.
So I forgot how to pronounce two words in this video. His prime and the host.
Was okay.
It's like we got the meats, Arby's, the host.
I have a feeling Justin Jefferson can come back strong for the regular season because other than that, not in very good shape. Again, just
I haven't cracked my knuckles in a while, actually.
you have to have a little bit of a passing game. That's how we were so good last year. Our offense was really good last year. It was the fourth best offense in the league for all-purpose yards. Maybe not all-purpose yards, maybe just total yards, but we were a really good offense with Justin Jefferson breaking out to 1,400 yards that year. It's cool that he got 1,400 on the dot. He's having 23 yards. Beat the old rookie record held by Ingram.
Pretty sure it was actually this same year Frank Gore, he reached like exactly 16,000 yards in this for his career. That's over exactly 16 years. He got that.
Last year, but I know he didn't have. I know he didn't have a great year last year. He did have
Gosh, my fingers are sore now.
touchdowns. He got a lot of touchdowns. 74 receptions, 925 yards. That's still a good year. 14 touchdowns though was really good. Like double-digit touchdowns. I don't think he really ever did get double-digit touchdowns. I know Stephon Diggs and Kyle Rudolph got most of the touchdowns.
6 minutes left. Okay.
I actually heard that even recently Adam Thielen has gotten more targets in the red zone than Kyle Rudolph has, and Kyle Rudolph has been our red zone threat over his whole career, which I actually noticed that, especially showing I can't remember, maybe 2 years ago.
Taste it.
No, he did catch a 100. That was against the Titans the following year, last year. I know he lost a Cowboys defender.
Don't wait till the last minute. That's no fun.
Don't worry, I'll speed up the video.
He scored a touchdown to go 26-24, and then to be up by
In 5
a
minutes.
good touchdown, which is just 4 points. To be up by
Y'all be done in time.
we went for 2, and gosh, Kyle
Yes, I will come down in the last minute.
He made a nice catch. And then, of course, in the wild card round, when he caught the game-winning pass against the Saints over PJ Williams, I don't know why would they put
By the way, that's my oldest brother who I've mentioned in a few of my videos.
red zone threat too. They put a safety on Kyle Rudolph. And of course, like the hand fighting. First of all, obviously that hadn't been started by PJ Williams. PJ Williams would have had to like interfere with the pass or hold to stop Kyle Rudolph from catching a touchdown because Kyle Rudolph is too good for you to put a safety on in the red zone. He has to be one of the best safeties in the league. And PJ Williams is a good safety. Now,
And then if you interfered with him, that would give us a first down and 3 extra tries to score,
stopped
which we would somehow mess up.
from scoring that touchdown. And then, of course, the Saints fans got all pissed off that they didn't get that offensive pass interference.
Right after that play was finished, the Saints fans, you could see they were like, they were trying to do this, but when we say that he pushed off, which he didn't. This is what he did. He just,
Slowly extend his arm, but it's not like you can't just extend your arm and call that pass interference.
yeah,
He did
no,
not push off. He simply pushed away.
I'm interfering with
He
you.
needed some separation in order to catch that ball, and he did just what he needed to be able to catch it, and it was a clean ball. Even after it, you could hear the announcers talking about if it was going to be offensive pass interference, and one of the announcers said,
Gosh, come on, I'm getting impatient. I want to go downstairs.
Sports analyst for that game, and yeah, he said whoever
It was
one of the commentators
Mike
were
Pereira.
commenting on that game was
I vividly remember that for some reason.
because obviously it was not going to be an offensive pass interference call, especially that late in the game. What is that late in the game? I even think maybe like late in the half, refs are not going to be uptight at that point. Like you can just finish the game, even if it's like
Unless you shoot a half quarter in rec basketball and you take 2 steps, then that way the ref will call you for traveling, which actually happened to me. I actually made a half court at the very end of the half in one of my games, one of my basketball games.
Remember receiving yards that Adrian Peterson got in rushing yards that year. Which is kind of cool to think about because they're both Vikings. I know they're both former Vikings. But I think he got how many yards did he get in 2018?
2 minutes left finally.
Not by any.
Gosh, it's supposed to be a minute 1.5x speed. That is like 1.05x speed.
Yeah, 1,021. Okay. Then in when he was really all alone.
I realized I've actually improved my ability to speak throughout the video.
22 touchdowns, so that's a pretty good number for a wide receiver. And Thielen only got 4 touchdowns. So, yeah. Okay, so that'll be it for that first podcast. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Alright, that's it. That'll be it for that video. Don't forget to, what the heck? Is this finished filming? Oh. That's it.